outdoor activity, and also keep your windows and doors closed so you can protect yourselves while this advisory is ongoing. Jason, Alyssa, I'll send it over to you.
Cass, that explains why my nose is so itchy and why I've been sneezing so much.
Yeah. And just when like my throat was starting to feel better, because it had that like I wanted to cough every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to cough every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
See, just did it.
Gotta love Vegas in the spring, right?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so we have the more shows starting right after this commercial break. We'll see you then.
Thanks for watching Fox 5 News. Watch us live wherever you are, on our mobile, on our streaming news app. And you can also watch us on Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV.
Mic check, Kevin. Mic check, Kevin. St. Paul, Minnesota. 1, 2, 3. Kevin, mic check.
I don't think we're gonna make it over there in time. Mic check, mic 1, 2, 3. Mic check, mic 1, 2, 3. Mic. And guess, DeAndre, to count to 10 real quick.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right, you're good.
All good? All right.
Coming up today on More Local, Las Vegas.
You ever ask somebody what they do for work and they're like, I'm a logistical transportation engineer. And you're like, nah. You drive Uber.
Comedian Leo Flowers wants to gift audiences with a bouquet of laughter. He joins us live to talk about his upcoming show in Vegas. Plus,
I've done this a lot. I've never been more impressed with camera, directing, crew, lighting, sound, and a staff.
Tim Allen talks about ending his show Last Man Standing, his final interview before fans bid farewell to the show tonight. Then, it's time to night up. Fox 5 sports director Kevin Bollinger joins us live from Minnesota with a preview of the night's third game against the Wild. Also,
Guys, we're live at Gary Reese Freedom Park. We're here for our community partner, Barclays Build Day. We've been doing all morning long some mulch laying down, some mulch, some of the wood chips. We're getting this park all transformed and ready to go so we can make the community proud. We got DeAndre Esteen with us. We got all the fun, all the details coming up on More.
Las Vegas's favorite lifestyle and entertainment show. More starts now.
And just into the newsroom, O is returning to the Bellagio on July 1st, and tickets are on sale now. And thanks for joining us on More. Also coming up, where you can catch some big country concerts right here in Las Vegas.
Also, how you can get tickets to the popular Broadway shows coming to the Smith Center.
Well, the Golden Knights are in Minnesota tonight, a place they struggle, but hopefully they can have the fire that they had on Tuesday night. And Fox 5 sports director Kevin Bollinger is in St. Paul this morning, where the team just wrapped up morning skate. And as Vince was calling it, Kevin, Big Mo, as in motivation after their 3 goals that they scored on Tuesday night after 5 periods with, well, 4 and some change, right, with not scoring a goal.
Yeah, that's right. Motivation and also a chance for them to get on the road. And a lot of times for teams, when you get on the road, it's actually a good thing because they kind of get that refocus. You don't have the distractions of home. And I think that we may see a different Golden Knights team here tonight. Take a look behind me. You can see these are going to be some of the guys that are scratches tonight that are here at the end of morning skate. It appears that Nick Hague is out there as well as Cody Glass as well. So a couple of answers to questions you asked me at 9:30, Jason and Alyssa. Max Pacioretty, Tomasz Nosek were not on the ice for morning skate. And Pete DeBoer just said that they will be game time decisions, which of course is the same answer that we get every single day when we ask that question. And he was asked point blank for the second day in a row if they made the trip with the team. He did not answer that question. So not a whole lot on that one, but we can say that Marc-Andre Fleury was the first goaltender off the ice, and that usually is the indicator that he will be your starting goaltender once again for Game 3. So I think the Golden Knights know what they have to do here. They know that they've struggled here. They've never won a game in regulation in this building, and they also know that because they split in the first 2 games in Las Vegas, they have to win at least one home game here if they're going to win this series. So they're going to have to get a win in Minnesota if they want to get it done.
Absolutely. Well, that's good to hear about Fleury. Not that, Leonard is not as good, but it seems like right now Fleury is the hot goalie, so might as well roll with that. But as far as the Wild go, Kevin, we were saying earlier, if you look at their lineup, they have a rookie that's really good, but honestly, if you ask most people, they don't even know who that is. They're not made of like 1 or 2 all-stars. They're just a really good overall team, right?
No question. Kirill Kaprizov is turning into an elite player in the NHL, and the Golden Knights have done a good job so far in this series of shutting him down. They did so especially in Game 2. He had a couple of good looks in Game 1 as well, but this is a Wild team that is incredible in front of the net, both offensively and defensively. It is tough to get pucks through on this Wild team. Cam Talbot, their goalie, gets a lot of the credit, but really it's a team effort in front of the net that's kind of clogged things up for the Golden Knights. They want to spread things out a little bit and get some open looks that way. So that's one thing that we're going to keep an eye on. We saw that in the third period and late in the second period of Game 2, where the Golden Knights were able to open things up. That's what they want to do again tonight.
Absolutely. All right, Kevin, keep up the good work, and we'll be checking back with you throughout the day. Thanks. All right, Alyssa, over to you.
In today's More Health Report, we are getting a first look at a very vulnerable Lady Gaga addressing her struggles with mental health in a new documentary created by Oprah and Prince Harry.
I don't tell this story from my own self-service. I've been through it and people need help. I just frozen,
That's a clip from the series The Me You Don't See. Producers hope it will destigmatize mental illness. Other celebrities sharing positive messages on mental health include Glenn Close and NBA star DeMar DeRozan. Prince Harry and Oprah also share their personal struggles in it. It premieres on Apple TV Plus tomorrow.
Well, Twitter may soon offer new features for a price. The social media site is reportedly working on a subscription service called Twitter Blue. And with it, users will potentially be able to access a range of functions currently not available, like having the power to organize saved tweets into folders and undo recent tweets. The service is said to cost just under $3 a month. No word on when it will be available.
Broadway Las Vegas returns to the Smith Center for the 2021-22 season. Reynolds Hall will once again raise the curtain for award-winning productions from Broadway. The season begins with Cats, followed by An Officer and a Gentleman. In November, A Christmas Carol will usher in the holiday season. My Fair Lady will kick off the new year, followed by the Band's Visit. The season will end with Tony-winning musical Tootsie. Subscriptions are available starting at $180 for the entire 6-show season. And for ticket information and a full schedule on all these performances, just go to our More Fox 5 Facebook page. Of course, I meant to say Tootsie.
Yeah, Tootsie.
Tootsie.
All right, Celine Dion just announced, due to popular demand, more shows being added at Resorts World. That's not a shocker. So the new shows will be January 19th through February 5th. And country vocal trio Lady A announced their return to Las Vegas later this year. The former Vegas headliners are back on September 25th for their Lady A What a Song Can Do tour. Special guests include country's new it girl, Carly Pearce, along with country stars Nico Moon and Tennille Arts. You could catch them at the new Virgin Hotels Las Vegas. Tickets go on sale next Friday at ladyamusic.com. The King of Country announced his rescheduled dates for his Straight to Vegas series. George Strait returns to T-Mobile Arena on August 13th and August 14th with special guest Caitlin Smith. Tickets from last August will remain valid unless you requested a refund. Additional tickets are now on sale at straighttovegas.com. I wonder if he'll be in Amarillo by morning.
Fox 5 Super Build is sponsored by these proud partners.
It's almost time to see our Super Build playground. Fox 5 and our community partners, the City of Las Vegas and the Make an Impact Foundation, are building a completely new playground at Gary Reese Freedom Park. And as we near the end, there's still some work to do, and that's why our community partner Barclays is hard at work today for their build day. And Mike Davis is live at Gary Reese Freedom Park checking out all the action. Good morning, Mike.
Hey, good morning, Alyssa. Yeah, busy morning here at Gary Reese Freedom Park. We're kind of nearing the end of the whole Super Build process, but before we can do that, we had to have our Super Build Day with Barclays, one of our community sponsors. That's why we're here with the great DeAndre Esteen. DeAndre, tell us about the culture at Barclays. Why do community initiatives like this? Why does that play so much into the culture that you guys have, and why did you want to be a part of this?
Well, at Barclays, it's not just about servicing our customers and really helping out our partners, but it's about giving back to the communities that we serve. So across the U.S., across the globes, wherever Barclays is located, we want to make a difference and make an impact. And so this is just another part of that. This is a part of our culture. We like to think that philanthropy is in our DNA, and what better way to give back on a great day? A little bit windy, but hey, we're still going to get our hands dirty,
hey,
right?
You know, I actually like this when it's kind of nice. It's not too hot out, but you know, it's part of the backstory of you being here to represent Barclays. Is, you know, you also grew up coming to this playground, playing here, so to now come full circle is a special thing. I want to talk about, though, how right now Barclays is looking for some great new employees, right? You guys are hiring right now. How can people learn more about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're looking for passionate, customer service driven folks who want to be part of our team and be a part of this culture, right? So there's a couple of ways you can do that. You can go to our jobs board at search.jobs.barclays, or you can go directly to the Fox 5 webpage. You have all the information there.
Okay, all right, there's a lot of good stuff. And also, you can go to search.jobs.barclays. You guys have benefits right on the spot, right?
Right from day one, starting
amazing.
Day one.
That's how you do it right there. So we got to get back to a little bit more laying down some mulch, some of these wood chips. I think we're almost about done, DeAndre. So.
Yeah, we're drawing near, but you know, listen, there's a lot more work to be done with this playground. Some great organizations, Fox 5, you've been a great partner with us, and we're just really looking forward to creating this safe space for the kids and for this community.
Thank you so much, and thank you to Barclays. Guys, I'll toss it back to you in the studio. We're finished here. I think we got one or two more trees to hit before we wrap up.
Looking good, Mike. Thank you. Jace?
All right, well, it is time to say goodbye to Fox's Last Man Standing. Ashley Dvorkin caught up with stars Tim Allen and Nancy Travis about the big finale. Plus, they shared what they kept from the set and how proud they are of the long-running series.
How could somebody steal a truck that quickly?
On Last Man Standing's series finale, Mike's beloved truck goes missing and the family gathers to say goodbye. A little art imitating life as the cast says farewell to the long-running show.
Hardy, our prop guy, said, which of these did you want to take? And there was pictures of the family from the hallway that was going away. I walked in and looked at Nancy, and I literally, I'm surprised I got through that scene. She really looked at me, are you okay? And I was not okay.
Nature of what we do. I mean, but this job in particular, we just all form such close bonds and relationships.
Tim, you had mentioned mementos, and I was curious if you did take something, but then I also saw the truck. Did the truck go back to where its home is?
Yeah, I've literally owned that truck for about 25 years. I have so much from this set. I had them build me models of the set. Well, I've got all these pictures of the cast, and I haven't put them up because it's a bit too soon still to me.
And as season 9 wraps at 194 episodes, Tim Allen and Nancy Travis are very proud of the Baxters.
I've done this a lot. I've never been more impressed with camera, directing, crew, lighting, sound, and a staff. No conflict of egos.
We just tried to portray a family and the nuances of a family and the relationships within a family. To be able to bring that into somebody's living room every single week is pretty incredible.
All right, guys, quietly on stage.
The one-hour series finale of Last Man Standing airs tonight at 9, right here on Fox 5.
Health experts say a healthy gut helps a healthy state of mind. Coming up, the changes you can make in your diet to help improve your mental health.
And did you know the foods you eat can affect your sleep? The best foods that will help you get a good night's rest.
We are already feeling the wind out there this morning, and it's only getting stronger this afternoon and evening. Gusts right now topping 30. We'll take you through the peak of the wind and the much cooler air that's on the way. Already feeling the wind out there this morning. Here's the view on our Fox 5 Skycam looking over Henderson. The trees are shaking around already, and the wind only getting stronger this afternoon. We've got sustained wind right now. Look at Nellis Air Force Base at 31. We're catching wind gusts at 31 in North Las Vegas, 25-mile-per-hour gusts right now, Boulder City. As we step through the afternoon hours, we're talking sustained wind 30 to 40. This will be for the afternoon and early evening, and that means peak gusts could be up to about 50, 55 miles per hour. So when you get wind that strong, blowing dust certainly a concern. Any loose objects like lawn furniture, trampolines, even gazebos, anything that can catch the wind can go flying this afternoon. So something to keep in mind, make sure everything is secure. Wind advisory starts in less than an hour at 11 a.m. through 11 p.m. tonight, and also with the very dry conditions, fire danger very high out there through Friday morning. Much cooler air, though. Today, 86. We're feeling the cooler air already. And then tomorrow, we'll really feel it at 72. Less wind this weekend at 75 and 83 Saturday, Sunday. Temperatures rebound back into the 90s on Tuesday and Wednesday. Jason?
All right, Sam, thank you. Well, did you know that gut health directly impacts your mental health? Well, it's true. And since May is Mental Health Awareness Month, it's the perfect time to talk about living a happier, healthier life. And here with some tips on how to do that is Dr. Marvin Singh. Boy, Dr. Singh, do I know ever how much that gut really affects your mental health. I struggle all the time, and I know my co-host Alyssa does too. Talk about how it's related to mental health, just your gut.
Yeah, it certainly does. It plays a huge role. I think a lot of us don't even appreciate that the gut contains its own nervous system. There are 100 million neurons that are in the digestive tract, which is more than the spinal cord even. And it produces most of the body's serotonin. And so it makes sense that the digestive symptoms you might experience could actually affect how you feel mentally. And one of the main reasons how this connection exists is through what we call the gut microbiome. So these are all the trillions of different microbes or bacteria that live inside of our digestive tracts, and they are part of the really controlling mechanism that helps us either feel good or maybe not feel good.
Wow, yeah, that definitely makes a lot of sense now that you explain it like that. So what kind of diet should we be following to try to prevent this?
Yeah, the diet is very important because when we eat food, the bacteria in our digestive tract digest the food, and as a result of digestion, they make and release various different kinds of chemicals and compounds. And we want the bacteria to help produce good chemicals that are going to be anti-inflammatory, that are going to help make our memory better, that are going to help us feel better. And largely, these are your plant-based foods. So a lot of vegetables and fruits and healthy fats, and avoiding the sugars and the processed flours and the things that are more inflammatory. We want to eat omega-3 fats. We want to have plenty of vegetables and fruits, and not just the same vegetables and fruits, but a diverse amount of vegetables and fruits, meaning switch it up a little bit, make it interesting. Just like, you don't want to watch the same commercial on TV every day or watch the same TV show every day or watching reruns. Your microbiome doesn't want reruns of the meals either. They want to see different things so that it can make different products, so that you can have a diverse kind of functions in your gut, which will also improve your mental health as well.
Yeah, sometimes just, feeling like bloaty, you feel like you're fat, but it's really bloat. And if you follow these types of lifestyle changes, you shouldn't feel that as much as you do if you don't follow it.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can affect bloating and your gut health, which can also impact your mental health, because it's all interconnected. The body it's kind of like a snow globe. I kind of give an example of. You shake up the snow globe and you see all the little snowflakes floating around inside, and that's really what's happening inside your body when different things happen. There's a lot of different things. So we know that, yes, eating can impact how we feel, can impact our bloat, and so can exercise, so can sleeping properly, so can laughing, enjoying yourself, having fun.
All right,
so
I
can
like it.
Avoiding toxins. Toxins are in our food, toxins are in our environment.
Yeah.
All of these kind of things, reducing stress, meditating, going for walks, being out in nature. We talk about all these things all the time, but we really have a scientific basis to say that when you do these things, your microbiome actually improves. It becomes more diverse. It reduces inflammation, helps with your motility, how the bowel squeezes, and all of these things can help improve how you feel from a bloating perspective and from a mental health perspective.
Dr. Singh, thank you. Good talk. I appreciate it. Alyssa, over to you.
All right, and believe it or not, your diet can also impact the way you sleep. Here's what Eating Well says you should eat for a good night's rest.
Nearly half of Americans say they don't get enough rest, but what you eat can actually help you sleep. Here are some foods and drinks to help. Drinking chamomile tea before bed may help lull you to sleep. Research shows chamomile can act as a mild tranquilizer and sleep inducer. It's thought that these sedative effects are thanks to a compound in the herb that binds to receptors in the brain, making you feel sleepy. Eat salmon. It's good for you. Omega-3 fats may help you get better Z's. Eating DHA, the main omega-3 fatty acid in salmon, can help you sleep better and longer. The reason? When DHA levels go up, so do levels of melatonin, a hormone that helps keep our sleep cycles in check. Shoot for 2 4-ounce servings of DHA-rich salmon, mackerel, or herring every week. Third, try eating 2 kiwis before bed. One study found that people who eat the fuzzy fruit 1 hour before bedtime fell asleep faster and slept longer and more restfully. Kiwis have a lot of serotonin, a feel-good neurotransmitter, which might explain why they can be a great natural sleep aid. Finally, it's important to know what to avoid. Don't drink alcohol or caffeine too close to bedtime, as both can disturb sleep. Sweet dreams!
Well, they have a very busy schedule of fighting zombies and robbing casinos, but they took a moment to stop and talk to us. Omari Hardwick and Matthias Schweighofer, are in our open door virtual green room, and we are talking all about the Army of the Dead.
And if you're interested in checking out Open Door, scan the QR code with your camera to download their app. You can virtually tour homes or get a free estimate of your own.
I wasn't ready for that.
Think about it. Everything we did, all those people we saved. Look what it got us. But what if? What if just once we did something just for us? You ready to play?
Our city is on display in Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead. We spoke to the stars of the film, Omari Hardwick and Matthias Schweighofer. And Omari talked to us about getting that call from Zack saying he wanted Omari to be Vandero. It was exciting, but there was something a little strange for Omari once he read the script.
But it went the way you said. Omari, this is the role. I believe it to be you and Dave together. This is great. He did not have Vandero on page in terms of the script that I was given by my reps. So that was ironic. I read an entire script and Vandero wasn't necessarily in it. You know, very humble that he came to me and wanted, not only once I was brought on board, but he wanted me to come on board and to be a part of creating this guy, building him. Obviously, when you get the writer that he is and Joby and our other writer, you don't really have to get down and insert much, but went with Omari as his thought for Vandero. And I learned, this is a tidbit for you to probably, you will be excited to know this. I don't even know if Matthias knows this. Originally, the consideration for Vandero was Dave. So Dave was more of Vandero. And then Zach reworked it, and obviously Dave played our Scott Ward. Maybe Matthias knew it. But once he cast me, perhaps not necessarily that physically different from Dave's image, but I don't know, about 40 pounds lighter than Dave and about 6 inches shorter. Then at that point, you're able to sort of start to create it with Omari in mind. And I was very honored that he did that.
Matias may not have known that Dave Bautista was originally supposed to be Vandero, but as he will be directing the prequel to Army of the Dead, he was definitely paying attention to what Zack Snyder was doing behind the scenes.
I will never forget that experience because Zack is one of my top favorite directors in the world. So, and it was like, what I loved was just a small, we had a little conversation about lenses. And I asked him, okay, what kind of lens do you use on a cam? And he said, I bought this lens, it's from Japan, and I rebuilt it here. And that's the old vintage lenses we use. And I thought about, okay, vintage. That sounds great. Vintage. Okay, remember vintage. Maybe this will be modern again. So I was like really impressed. And Zack just, he's a visionary. He thinks big dreams, big sets. He's like a painter, right, Omar? He's like
I would definitely great analogy. Yeah, great analogy.
Yeah.
Army of the Dead premieres tomorrow on Netflix. And more will be right back.
Tonight on People, my interview with Moby, who reveals in his new documentary that's called Moby Doc that while having a string of worldwide hits, he was also wrestling with addiction and depression.
There were only 4 people staying at the top of the hotel. It was me, Madonna, John Bon Jovi, and P. Diddy. That evening, I just kept drinking and drinking and drinking. And I got to this point where I realized, I'm not going to get any more famous. And if I'm miserable now, it's not going to get better. And so I wanted to die.
Moby's harrowing story and how it turned to 13 years now of sobriety and a new album. It's all tonight on People.
Anytime I get lazy and say I'm 6'2", some dude who's 6'2" stands next to me. And he's like, nah. You not 6'2", you 6'1.5". Why would you lie? I'm like, I didn't lie. I rounded up. Ain't that what you're supposed to do? Like, you ever ask somebody what they do for work, and they're like, I'm a logistical transportation engineer. And you're like, nah. You drive Uber.
That is just a little preview of what's to come this week at the Comedy Cellar. Leo Flowers takes the stage tonight through Sunday, but since the Vegas crowd is a little rusty at attending live comedy shows, Leo's getting the crowd warmed up by joining us here on More. Leo, thank you so much for joining us. How are you?
Thank you for having me. I appreciate this. News I could use.
Oh, it's news we all could use and last we could use.
Yes.
I'm 5'3.5", by the way. I also round up to 5'4", but nobody really questions me because girls don't do the same thing. So,
yeah, well, you get to put heels on, you know, you get to cheat a little bit.
That's true. That's true. Congratulations and welcome back to Las Vegas. How are you feeling about it?
I'm super excited. I can't wait to get back on a plane, get back to Vegas, get back to losing some money. You know, like it's all, I'm so excited. I can't wait to be in front of a live audience again and make the people out there in Vegas laugh.
Okay, one thing I was so shocked to learn, I find it so interesting that you have your master's in psychology and counseling. How did you go from that to stand-up?
A lot of trauma, a lot of childhood trauma. That's just trying to feel like I can make a difference somewhere. You know, to me, it's all the same, whether I'm doing stand-up or coaching. I life coach clients also. To me, it's all about making the world better. And we know that laughter is the best medicine. And so I'm always, you know, focusing on having a message in my stand-up. And then also using the things that I've learned from counseling and therapy and transferring that over to my clients. So it all ties in together as far as I'm concerned, because at the end of the day, I'm just trying to make lives better, whether that's through counseling or through comedy.
I love that so much. Do you feel like sometimes you're assessing the audience where you can use your background in therapy to maybe adjust how your stand-up routine is going? I
have literally had, because I talk about my mental health struggle. I've struggled with depression my whole life. I have a suicide prevention podcast. And I've had people not only laughing during my shows, but then crying afterwards because they felt so connected and was so glad that someone is actually talking about mental health in a way that is not shaming anybody, doesn't make anybody feel comfortable. They actually enjoy it and they feel the freedom to now, have a conversation with their friends and family about what they're experiencing and what they're going through.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's powerful. It's powerful to have that impact on people.
You really are making the world a better place. Sorry, I was just so caught up on your background that we didn't even get to talk about all of the TV spots you've been on, and you know what? I want to get in when and where you're performing before you spin for charity. So go ahead and give us the plug.
So tonight through Sunday, myself, Michael Yo, and a couple other funny comedians will be at the Comedy Cellar in Vegas at the Rio Hotel. We have 2 shows, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So you can find a babysitter for one of those. We're going to have a blast. We're going to have fun. And it's going to be something that you'll be like, that was worthwhile. And you'll be bragging to your friends about it come Monday.
Absolutely. Okay, before you go, Leo, we're sending you on over to Jason Feinberg, who's waiting for you in the Celebrity Spin Zone to spin for charity.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
It's time for more Celebrity Spin Zone, where local charities always win. Sponsored by Finley Automotive Group.
I think, Leo, I'm 6 foot. I think, but I might be more like 5'11 3/4. But I round up also, so I hear you. That's funny. You really hit a spot with that. We're all talking about it. I love it. But we are here to spin for charity, and the month of May belongs to the Just One Project. So whatever the amount lands on, that will be donated to them so they can continue their amazing work. Are you ready?
Oh, absolutely, Jason. Let's get started.
All right, let's do it. We'll do the handle here, and we'll see if you get the bonus. You got the bonus, so I'm going to press this button. We're going to look up to the big wheel and see what Leo Flowers, the comedian, performing at the Comedy Cellar, is going to make for the Just One Project, our charity of May. And it is the mini jackpot, which is $500. Not bad.
Whoa, not bad.
Not bad.
This is the most excitement I've had in a long time during this pandemic. So,
and because you have such a great attitude, we're going to double it to $1,000. I mean, after all, it says jackpot. All right, cool.
Let's go.
Let's go. Okay, well, we'll see you when you get out here. And in the meantime, if you want to check in with the justoneproject.org, that's the website. And you'll see Leo Flowers over at the Comedy Cellar tonight through Sunday. And we'll be right back.